Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets continue to slide down as we don't have any resolution of the current impasse both on the budget as well as on the debt ceiling, which is coming up on 17th of October, and there's a feel that if this crisis continues for a little longer time, then it could invite more trouble for the US economy, and particularly the liquidity situation could get worse. And there could also be some kind of a downgrade on the US economy, including the downgrade on the GDP. So overall sentiment continues to be negative there, and we had some statements coming out from the finance secretary and also the chief of IMF that this particular crisis could percolate down to the rest of the world also. But in the meantime, because there is a feel that the tapering could get delayed, we are seeing the emerging markets, particularly markets like India, doing much better when the US market is going through this pressure. European markets were also down about 0.5 to 0.75%, no major data points to look at. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, China is shut for 2 days now, and most of the markets like Nikkei and Hang Seng are down about 0.5 to 0.6%. 10-year bond yields in US continue to hover around 2.6, and in terms of flows, FIs were net biased in the cash market to the tune of 1,000 crore. The domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of about 493 crore, and in the index futures, the FIs were biased to the tune of about 253 crore. So very strong buying by the FIs in the cash market, and this particular strength was visible in certain pockets like IT, where we saw record delivery volumes in stocks like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, and also we had seen a very smart pullback in the banking names, particularly Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, and few others. On that note, let me invite Sadhana to take us through important F&O cues and ideas that we can have in the F&O markets.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. From past couple of trading sessions, we have seen that markets are continuously trading very volatile, but yesterday we have seen that momentum has picked up towards upward direction and Nifty finally snapped the session with a gain of more than 2%. In this period, we have seen that market players have accumulated long positions as 11.36 lakh shares were added in open interest, and Nifty futures premium increased from 48 points to 57 odd levels. And we have seen that put option has added around 32 lakh shares in open interest, whereas call option has added only 13 lakh shares in open interest, due to which put call ratio increased from 1.05 to 1.09. It is clearly visible in the options activity. We have seen that 5,700 and 5,800 has highest number of shares in open interest, and followed by 5,900 has seen a good amount of activity in open interest. And on call side, 6,100 call strike as well as put strike has seen a good activity. So if momentum may continue in the market, we can see 6,100 levels in the market. On closing basis, 5,900 may act as a good support. From intraday perspective, one can go long on BPCL with a stop loss of 333.30 paisa. Thank you.
Here are the important news and events that we are tracking today. First of all, the Finance Ministry has decided to infuse about 14,000 crore into the PSU banks ahead of the festive season so that they can offer loans to consumers at a cheaper rate of interest. And the focus would be on the auto and the consumer durables. It remains to be seen at what rate of interest these funds are going to be made available, and finally at what rate the PSU banks are going to be offering these loans to the consumers. But overall, this move is considered positive for the auto sector as well as for the consumer durable sector. Finally, Jet Etihad deal has got a go ahead from the cabinet, and so Etihad will be able to buy 24% stake into Jet Airways at about 2,058 crore. So there could be some relief rally in the Jet stock on the back of this development. Alstom has got £100 million order from GVK Power and Infrastructure to supply 850 megawatts of hydropower plant. So this is definitely positive for Alstom. Cabinet has approved ONGC and Oil India's $5 billion deal to acquire 20% stake in a Mozambique block, which is the biggest gas field in East Africa. And Wipro has named ex-Infosys executive Saji Farooq as head of its crucial $1.5 billion BFSI space. We've seen some rejig in the Wipro top management. So there could be some positive reaction to the Wipro stock in today's morning. And coming to the stock specific ideas, MOIL has increased the ore prices by almost about 5%. So one can go long on MOIL with the stop loss of 204 and a target of about 214 to 219. The principal shareholders of Viom Networks, Tata Group and Shrey Infra are exploring options to sell a controlling stake in the joint venture. So one can go long on Shrey Infra with the stop loss of 18 and a target of about 19.5. Manappuram Finance, some positive news as TPG is in talks with the promoter of Manappuram for a minority stake in the company. So one can go long on Manappuram with a stop loss of 15 and a target of about 16.5. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great weekend and see you on Monday morning.